All right, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic we're going to get into Tesla has updated interest rates on the website, and now there are multiple options depending on your credit tier. So we will take a look at it, and of course there's plenty of ways to do better than Tesla. We can talk about that briefly, including checking out that Patreon link down below in the description where you can get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates. But before we do that and get into any of that, let's run that intro real quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description where you can get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. And shout out to my latest Patreon members. We've got Jason, and Jamie. Thank you for supporting. If you want to check it out, Patreon link down below in the description. But let us take a look at it. So if you go to the Tesla website, if you're going to be placing an order or financing a Tesla or buying a Tesla, you really notice that there's really only three options to finance your Tesla. You've got cash, lease, and of course a loan through Tesla financing. Of course, you can go through credit unions. You can use outside financing for banks if you need a lower interest rate, just like how Labor Credit Union has a lower interest rate for 65 months. So that's a quick one for you if you're interested in doing that. We financed our last Tesla with Tenet. Labor. So it's definitely worthwhile to go with a different credit union. And there's plenty of credit unions out there that have lower financing rates than even Labor out there, which you can get the best list at the, the credit trend link down below in the description. But taking a look at the Tesla website, so this is what the financing page looked like yesterday. We have this up because we were just on the website yesterday taking a look, and you can see 72 months, 5.69% financing for a finance amount of $47,380 on a Tesla Model Y. And if you take a look at it now, this is the page that we just went to earlier today. There's now a new section on the loan portion of it. Of course, we don't recommend going through Tesla financing unless you are a first-time buyer, first-time auto loan person. Then that would make sense. Go through Tesla financing for an easier process, easier purchasing process from that. But you can see right now there is a section for credit rating, and this is interesting because I don't know about you all, but I feel like certainly because of all the price drops within these recent past times, a lot more people are starting to realize that Teslas are just not as expensive anymore. They can be even comparable to their gas counterparts when you factor in the gas savings, the maintenance savings, all these different savings, and where the Tesla vehicle, or really any electric vehicle, can make a lot of sense at the end of the day. And so right here on the screen, you can see we've got the excellent credit rating of 720 for 5.69%. If you have a little bit lower of a credit score, then you can see the interest rate goes up to 7.99%. Jumping down to a good credit range of 640 to 679. You can see then the credit rating does go up to a 8.99%. And then down here under fair, it jumps up to 9.99%. So certainly it can get pretty up there and crazy in terms of how the rates can get, high. But I certainly, if you need a car, then it makes a lot of sense. On top of that, this is a more expensive vehicle than other vehicles. So that could make a lot of sense in terms of why this would be a higher APR at the end of the day. But if we look at it, switching to the different terms, 60 months, 48 months, 36 months, it doesn't change the interest rate APR at all. But this is interesting because I feel like Tesla is probably running into this a lot, where they're getting a lot of different types of buyers that are trying to buy a Tesla now that the price has dropped a little bit. And so they probably talk to their teams and ask them to put this credit rating onto the website so we can see different interest rates across the board. Very good credit score from 680 to 720 is still a 7.99% APR. And you've probably used websites like Credit Karma and other sites like this to take a look and see what is your actual credit score. But just be aware that Credit Karma might not be your real complete score. there could still be some buffer. And so like, let's say my credit score on Credit Karma might be like a 750, but in real actuality, when it gets a credit inquiry and credit hit, it's probably gonna be like a 720 or even 710. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff that Tesla has decided to put these credit rates a little bit more transparently on the website. Of course, if you're looking for a different way to finance your vehicle, that's where our financing partner like Tenet comes into play. Tenet, you can check out Tenet down below in the description. Tenet allows you to get a lower monthly payment on your Tesla, and they allow you to do this by deferring a portion of the loan, maybe even that $7,500 federal tax credit that you get for buying a Model 3 or Model Y, which then results in a lower monthly payment at the end of the day. So definitely check out Tenet down below in the description. And thank you to Tenet for sponsoring this video and a bunch of other videos this month. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the next topic. But before we do, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link where you can support the channel. And there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me, where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which is the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla, all better than Tesla financing. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. 1 second.